Welcome to Glass Houses, a Billy Joel podcast. I'm Michael Grosvenor.
And I'm Jack Fernino. Join us as we dig deep into Billy Joel's songs and history and what his music has meant to us.
Some of you know we got a new album out called Nylon Curtain.
Here we are in the summer of 2022. If you rewind 40 years ago, Billy Joel was preparing to release the Nylon Curtain. And all year long, we're celebrating that album and its 40th anniversary. We talked with Johnny Lyde, who did a killer reimagining of the entire album. We covered MTV Night School from 1982. In the fall, we're going to be covering the album itself. And we also covered some Nylon Curtain era television appearances earlier in the year as well. When it came time to plot out my playlist for the year, I thought, what better choice than the Nylon Curtain? But we all have the album. You can put it on your turntable today, stream it from your phone, and I encourage you to do all that. But what I thought would be fun would be to take each song from the album and find a live version that I really dig and string it together in album sequence for the Nylon Curtain Live. So that's what we're doing today, and I think we should just jump right in. So kicking off, we've got Allentown. This is recorded at the Nassau Coliseum, December 29th, 1982, and this kicked off the legendary Live from Long Island. I absolutely love this version. I love this entire concert. The band was incredible, and the footage is top-notch. So I thought this would be the perfect way to kick things off. So let's get started with Allentown.
The Second World War, spent their weekends on the Jersey Shore, met our mothers in the USO, asked them to dance with them slow, and we're living here in Allentown, but the restlessness was handed down, and it's getting very hard to stay. Teachers gave if we worked hard, if we behaved. So the graduations hang on the wall, but they never really helped us at all. No, they never taught us what was real. Iron and coke, chromium steel, and we're waiting here in Allentown, but they've taken all the coal from the ground. But something happened on the way to that place. They threw an American flag in our face. Well, I'm living here in Allentown, and it's hard to keep a good man down. But I won't be getting up
I just love it. What a great way to start the album, and what a great way to start the playlist. From 1982 now, though, we're going to fast forward to 2006, where Billy and the band did a historic 12-show run at Madison Square Garden in the spring that was later compiled and released for the 12 Gardens Live album. This song, I don't know that I've ever actually seen him do live, and I always loved it. Again, like I said, I love the record. It's his Beatley record, and it's just such a deep, layered, textured album that I would just love to hear all these songs live, and maybe one day. But till then, we've got some great live recordings, and this one is no different. So this is Laura from the 12 Gardens Live album.
Laura calls me in the middle of the night, passes on her painful information, then these careless fingers, they get caught in her vice, till they're bleeding on my coffee table, living alone isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Oh, 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 I'm on her side. Why does she push the poison on me? Oh, 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 oh. Laura has a very hard time. All her life has been one long disaster. Then she tells me she suddenly believes she's seen a very good sign. She'll be taking some aggressive action. I fight her wars while she's slamming her doors in my face. Oh, oh, oh. Failure to break was the only mistake that she made. Oh, 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 oh. Here I am, feeling like a fucking fool. Do I react the way exactly she intends me to? Every time I think I'm off the hook, she makes me lose my cool. I'm her machine. She can punch all the keys, she can push any button, now it's programmed through. Laura calls me when she needs a good fix. All her questions will get sympathetic answers. I should be so immunized to all of her tricks. She's surviving on her second chances. Sometimes I feel like this Godfather deal is all wrong. Oh, oh, oh. How can she hold an umbilical cord for so long? Oh, oh, I've done everything I can. What else am I supposed to do? I'm her machine. She can punch all the keys, she can push any button, now it's programmed through. Laura loves me, even if I don't care. That's my problem. That's her sacred absolution. If she had to, she would put herself in my chair. Even though I faced electrocution, she
Now we're going to head to June of 1990 for track number 3. And this was another great set of shows where Billy performed at Yankee Stadium. I believe it was perhaps the first and the last concert at the old ballpark there. The live video release, I know, has a lot of the trappings of early 90s filming and editing with a lot of quick cuts and fast movements. But if you really get into it, it's a great performance. The band was smoking, a lot of energy. Yeah, this is another fun one. So I chose Pressure here from Live at Yankee Stadium in June of 1990.
Call me paranoid, pressure, but even you cannot avoid pressure. You turn the tap dance into your crusade. Now here you are with your faith and your Peter Pan advice. You have no scars on your face, and you cannot handle Sesame Street, what does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. Pressure. But here you are in the night, 2 men out, 3 men on, nowhere to look but inside, where we all respond to pressure. Can I handle pressure? Pressure. Oh, pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, pressure.
Next up is song number 4, or if you have the vinyl or cassette version, it's the last song on side 1, and that is Goodnight Saigon. This is another song that I fortunately have had a chance to see live a number of times, and every time I tell you, it's such a beautiful, emotional, touching song. It's amazing how he was able to take his friends' experiences and put them in a lyric that really everyone can connect to, and he really just has such a great way of writing about the human condition that is relatable by pretty much everybody. This version is actually from the Russian concerts in 1987, and it was originally released on the Concert album, which came out in the fall of 87, and has been re-released since on the Bridge to Russia album. You've probably heard this one before, but it's always worth a listen. Here is Goodnight Saigon.
The next song I'm going to do is a song that I wrote for my friends who had to go off and fight in Vietnam.
Свою следующую песню, которую исполнил, я написал для моих друзей, которым пришлось отправиться воевать во Вьетнаме.
They left as boys, but they came back as old men.
Они ушли мальчишками, а вернулись обратно стариками.
But they were the lucky ones because many of them didn't come back at all.
И те, кто вернулся стариками, это еще счастливчики. Многие из них не вернулись вообще.
This song is called Goodnight Saigon.
Эта песня называется «Спокойной ночи, Сайгон».
We met as soulmates on Paris Island. We left as inmates from an asylum, and we were sharp as knives, and we were so gung-ho to lay down our lives. We came in spastic like tameless horses. We left in plastic as numbered corpses, and we learned fast to travel light. Our arms were heavy, but our bellies were tight. We had no home front. We had no soft soap. They sent us Playboy. They gave us Bob Hope. We dug in deep and shot on sight and prayed to Jesus Christ with all of our minds. We had no cameras to shoot the landscape. We passed the hash pipe and
the palm of our hands, and then ruled the nights, and the nights seemed to last as long as 6 weeks on Paris Island. We held the coastline, they held the highlands, and they were sharp as knives. They heard the hum of our motors, they counted the rotors and waited for us to arrive. And we would all go down together. We said we'd all go down together. Yes, we would all go down together.
All right, and that is how side 1 of the album wraps up. And as we flip it over to side 2, we have the first song, which is She's Right on Time. This is as close as Billy gets to a Christmas song, so it tends to pop up lately in set lists right near the end of the year. And the end of 2021 was no different. He played it at Madison Square Garden on December 20th. And that's where I pulled this recording from. And here we go. It's She's Right on Time.
This is from the Nylon Curtain. I like this song. This was not a hit single either, but I really like this song. This is called She's Right on Time.
That should make the atmosphere
Now, the next one is another one I've never had the pleasure of hearing live, but I just love this song and would love to get a chance one day. There was an interview in 1981 where Billy was talking about My Life, but he also happens to mention that there's a time where a person needs a room of one's own. And I found that so fascinating because it was roughly a year and change before the Nylon Curtain came out. And clearly, if this had not been written yet, clearly it was bouncing around in his head because we ended up with this song in 82. Back in 2006, Billy had a lot of new members in the band and was back to the road for the first time in a few years and was really experimenting with shifting and changing around the set list, which was a blast. And he was playing quite a few deep cuts, which was so cool to see. A Room of Our Own here was one that popped up quite a few times, I believe. And so here is another 12 Gardens live song, and it is A Room of Our Own.
This is called A Room of Our Own. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4!
Got diamonds and I've got spades. You got pills and I got razor blades. You got yoga, honey, I got beer. You got overpriced and I got weird. But it's alright, we're the same even though we're alone. It is alright, yes we are. You got business, baby, I've got the kids. You got crowded just the way I did. It is alright, 'cause we all need a place to call home. This is alright, yes we all need a room of our own. I can still remember packed together like a can of sardines. No, no, no. Push and shove, and that's when loving starts to come apart at the seams. Oh no, 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 no. You got the day shift, I've got nights. We go wrong at times, we got rights. You got TV shows, I've got crime. You got your room, honey, and I got mine. And it's alright, it's the one thing that we should have known. This is alright, yes we all need a room of our own. It is alright, yes we all need a place to call home. This is alright, yes we all need a room of our own. But don't you know it's alright? Yeah, it's alright, mama, to have a room of your own. But don't you know it's alright? Yeah, it's alright, mama, to have a room of your own. Well, sometimes you gotta get away, gotta get away, gotta get away.
Now, I know I'm not talking much during this episode, and that was largely by design. You've got 9 songs, about 45 minutes of music, give or take. And I love this album so much, and these live versions are all so unique that I really wanted them to be the focal point as opposed to me. So with that being said, I think we're going to segue into the next song here. And this one is one of the least played songs, I would say, on the Nylon Curtain album. In fact, I really had to do some digging to try to find a version that would work audio-wise on here. The one I found was another Madison Square Garden recording. This one was from March 21st, 2014. And for being a song that they never play, it felt so fresh. And that's part of the thing with deep cuts. They pull them out so rarely that when you do hear them, they sound so new and so fresh. I remember in Portland in 2017, he played Stop in Nevada, and it was so exciting. And, just a couple months ago or so at the Garden, he played Stormfront. And whenever these songs pop up into set lists, they're so exciting for, us diehards. The We Didn't Start the Fires, the Piano Man's, the Uptown Girls, those are all great. Love them. But these little gems, these little treats that we get sent our way every now and again are more than worth the price of admission. So here's hoping we get some more of those in the next coming years. This one is from Madison Square Garden, March 21st, 2014. And this is Surprises. All right, now we are going on to song number 8 here, which is song number 4 on side 2, if you've got the cassette or the record. And as you know, I definitely have both. Honestly, probably the way I listened to this album the most was vinyl and cassette. It was this album too where I learned that you can't put vinyl or leave vinyl out in warm weather. I remember I had a copy of the Nylon Curtain in the mid-'80s, and I was out running errands with my dad in the summertime, and I don't know why I had it with me, but it was in the truck, and I had left it in the car for however long, and needless to say, that was the end of that album. It got so badly warped that it was unplayable from here on out, and I quickly learned a valuable lesson. This next song also has a lot of memories for me. We're going to go back for this one to Live from Long Island again. I never had a chance to see Billy until the Stormfront tour in 1990. So everything prior to that was music videos where I could see him in the band or live concerts that were released to videotape. And the very first one I ever saw was Live from Long Island. Again, it was filmed at the end of December in 1982 at the Nassau Coliseum out on Long Island. And it is absolutely the best Billy Joel live show that I own and that I've ever seen. The band was so good and just had such a dynamic, such energy. The set list was great. Everything about this puts it way at the top of my list. And I love that on this tour, they took the chance and actually played this next song live. I don't know how many times it got played after the Nylon Curtain tour, but it is such a strange song, such a unique song, and it was such a great live song, as you're about to hear. So again, this is Live from Long Island 1982 at the Nassau Coliseum, and this is Scandinavian Skies.
Anyway, this one is, I guess this is the weirdest one off the new album. This is called Scandinavian Skies.
Amsterdam was still a recent surprise. We were flying over Scandinavian skies. We climbed towards the sun. We turned and cursed as one. We pulled the shades and closed our eyes. The Stockholm city lights were slowly starting to rise. We were strapped against those Scandinavian skies. The landing gear came down and touched the Swedish ground. And we were all so paralyzed. Eyes on the plane. We were mainly sound and lights. The tour of Germany was bleeding into our eyes. And we were sailing over Scandinavian skies. We had the Midas touch until we met the Dutch. They exhausted our supplies. Who's to pay for this international flights? Who could stay? We were only there for the night. Watch the power fall inside the Oslo Hall, while all the cold Norwegians cry. Who could say what was left and where was right? By the way, I could play the blues all night.
How cool was that, right? So obviously this is an audio podcast, so you can't see the video. If you haven't seen it, the individual songs are on Billy's YouTube channel, so I highly recommend looking them up. Scandinavian Skies, there's no guitars on the song, and obviously Billy had David Brown and Russell Javers back then as guitar players. So what they did was they actually brought out 2 snare drums, and those field snares that you're hearing throughout are David and Russell playing along with Liberty. So I thought that was a nice touch, and it made for a cool visual moment as well. So definitely look up the video if you haven't seen it already. So now we're going to the final song for the Nylon Curtain. And I've said before, the Nylon Curtain really tells the story of the state of America and the state of Americans in 1982. Most of these songs are about people and their experiences and the struggles they go through. And, you know, the album cover is supposed to be the cover of a book, if you've noticed. And even if you look at some of the old print ads, it sells it just like it's a book, 9 new stories. But in a way, this album also plays like a play. I know that's how Jack has always looked at it. And with that theme, Where's the Orchestra is the perfect bookend to this song. Where's the Orchestra is the perfect bookend to this album. It's such a somber, reflective song, beautiful melody, And I love that it's just Billy with some additional instrumentation, but it's not a full band recording. And one of my favorite parts of the song as well, too, is if you listen closely at the end of the studio recording, Billy has a musical callback to the melody of Allentown that plays in the very end, which I love it. It gives me goosebumps every time. Now, this is a song that Billy almost never plays once again. And for this version, I'm going back to 1982 once again. And if you listen to our episode about the MTV Night School special from 1982, you have heard this before. But to me, this is such a great version. Even though it's not the best quality recording, I just love this version so much that it just had to be closing out this episode. So here it is, Where's the Orchestra? Live from MTV Night School in 1982. And thanks again for listening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
Where's the orchestra? Wasn't this supposed to be a musical? Here I am in the balcony. How the hell could I have missed the overture? I like the scenery, even though I have absolutely no idea at all what is being said despite the dialogue. There's the leading man, the movie star who never faced an audience. Where's the orchestra? After all, this is my big night on the town, my introduction to the theater crowd. And I assumed that a show would have a song, so I was wrong. At least I understand all the innuendo and the irony, and I appreciate the roles the actors played and the point the author made. And after the closing lines, and after the curtain calls, the curtain falls on empty chairs. Where's the orchestra?
Thank you. Good luck. Kick ass.